one, who was named after knitting terminology, was the one permanent resident. 11 other adoptable cats lived there on a rotating basis. Herman took Pearl One with him whenever he could, nestling her into a kangaroo pouch cat carrier that strapped to his chest. Hyacinth had made the carrier for him, and the Vanderbeekers agreed that Pearl One was the calmest cat they had ever met. There was no way George Washington or Tuxedo would put up with that treatment.
"Get your French toast while it's hot,"
Oliver called from the stove, expertly flipping a piece of perfectly browned toast onto a platter next to the burners. Jessie grabbed the platter while Isa and Orlando set the table. As Laney waited, she pulled the fold of her turtleneck up and chewed on it, a habit she had recently acquired. Jessie hypothesized that this new habit had a direct relationship to their neighbor Mr. Jeet's health decline over the last month. These days, Mr. Jeet spent most of his time in bed, and his periods of wakefulness had decreased significantly since the summer.
"We're going to the garden after breakfast," Jessie told Orlando. "Want to come?"
"We've got to leave food for the PM," Laney said. 2 weeks ago, the Vanderbeekers had discovered signs that someone had been sleeping in the shed they used to store their gardening tools, soil, and seeds. They hadn't yet spotted the person of mystery, or PM, but hidden in a corner of the shed behind a stack of soil bags was a pile of clothes neatly folded, plus a toothbrush, a worn Bible, and a rolled-up blanket. Worried that the PM was hungry, the kids had been leaving food next to the clothes. Each day the food was gone, so they figured whoever was staying there needed it. Mom and Papa had been on board with the plan as long as the kids visited the garden only when there was an adult they knew inside with them. This wasn't difficult, because somebody they knew was always inside, tending their plot or taking a break from the city bustle. The gate wasn't locked at night, so the person must have been coming after dark and leaving early in the morning.
"I've been making him a scarf,"
Hyacinth called to Orlando from the stove. "I wonder who he is," Laney said. "I hope he finds a home soon."
"Yeah,"
Oliver agreed as he flipped another piece of French toast.
"That shed is so creepy. He must be really desperate."
"If you come," Jessie said to Orlando, "you can help me record my findings." Jessie had been working on a science experiment she had started earlier that month about the effectiveness of various fertilizers. She had lined up multiple pots of mums and marked them clearly with the varying amounts of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium in their soil. One of them was planted in soil that had been mixed with compost made from the Vanderbeekers' food scraps and discarded hay from Paganini's litter box. Orlando shook his head.
"I've got cross-country practice."
"Is running your favorite thing to do?" Laney asked.
"Football is my favorite," Orlando said, "but our high school doesn't have a football team."
Laney looked at Orlando. "Do you like watching football?" Orlando nodded. "Which team are you voting for?" she asked him. Orlando choked on a piece of French toast.
"Voting for? Laney, if you're going to be my friend, you've got to know sports terminology. First off, you don't vote for a team. You're a fan of the team."
Laney swung her legs under the table. "Okay, what fan are you?"
"The Atlanta Falcons."
"Do they get a lot of home runs?" asked Laney.
Orlando clutched his heart. "Oh, man, Laney, we have a lot of work to do. Tomorrow night, you and me are watching some football. Be ready."
"Why don't we watch now?" Laney asked.
"I've got cross-country practice in half an hour. Mr. Beiderman is coming with me."
Mr. Beiderman was their third-floor neighbor and landlord. He had been a mysterious recluse until 2 years ago when the Vanderbeekers had befriended him after he tried to kick them out of their apartment. Jessie swallowed a bite of French toast, then looked at Orlando. "Tell me again why Mr. B joined your high school running team. He's like old as Papa."